Saving and borrowing money are the two important pillars upon which the entire business world rests. Surprisingly, these are also the toughest challenges faced by entrepreneurs and investors today. So, the need for financial institutions to step up with the primary objective of securing deposits and funding for investors is being felt now more than ever. In this context, we will discuss NIDHI Companies, a well-established and popular financial institution operating with the unique concept of mutual benefit among its members. But before we begin our discussion, let me first introduce myself. Hi, I am Tushar Bakshi, a startup advisor at Setindiabiz, where we provide tax, IPR and compliance services to businesses in India. In this video, I will explain in detail, number 1, the meaning of NIDHI companies, both in layman and legal terms. Number 2, the minimum requirements to form a NIDHI company. Number 3, the step-by-step process of NIDHI company registration. And number 4, the list of documents required for NIDHI company registration. So let us begin without any delay. Number 1, meaning of NIDHI companies. Earlier in this video, I mentioned that a NIDHI company is formed with the unique concept of mutual benefit among its members. So, to understand what a NIDHI company really is, we will first have to understand what the concept of mutual benefit implies here. Well, a NIDHI company, like any other company, has a certain number of members or shareholders. The company accepts deposit from all these members to create a pool of financial resources. Later, these collective deposits are used to lend money to the members whenever needed. Note that nobody other than the members are permitted to either deposit or borrow from a NIDHI company. So the concept of mutual benefit implies here that the members themselves come together to save their own resources, which they can borrow later for their mutual benefit. Now that we are aware of the concept with which a NIDHI company operates, let us proceed towards its legal definition. Legal definition of NIDHI companies. A NIDHI company is essentially a closed self-help group which accepts deposits from its members and lends them money against tangible collaterals like gold, property, mortgage, etc. Rule 3 of the NIDHI Rules 2014 defines a NIDHI company as a public company that has been incorporated under sections 406 and 469 of the Companies Act. A NIDHI company has two primary objectives as defined under the law. Number 1, to cultivate the habit of thrift and savings amongst its members by accepting deposits from them. Number 2, securing funds for the members which they can borrow whenever required. While the NIDHI company itself is regulated by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, its deposit-taking activities are regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. I hope that by now you have a clear understanding of what a NIDHI company is. If you still have questions, you can ask us in the comment section. Now, I will proceed to the next section where I will list the minimum requirements to form a NIDHI company in India. Minimum requirements to form a NIDHI company. A NIDHI company is registered as a public limited company, and that is why the minimum requirements to set it up are almost similar to that of a public limited company. These requirements are related to the number of shareholders and directors, the name, address, and objective of the company. So, let's go through all these requirements one by one. Number 1. Firstly, you need at least 7 individual members holding a minimum of 10 equity shares each. Remember that a NIDHI company cannot have body corporates or minors as its members. However, the company can accept deposits from minors only if they are made by their legal guardians, who are also members of the company. Number 2. Secondly, any 3 among the 7 members must be appointed as the directors of the NIDHI company. The directors must have their director identification number before being appointed. Also, such an appointment cannot be made without the consent of the members to act as the directors of the company. Number 3. A unique and original name that ends with the word NIDHI Limited. Number 4. A registered address of the business or office premises where all the official correspondence of the company are sent to, and where the company is required to maintain all its registers, records and account books. Number 5. A minimum paid up equity share capital of rupees 5 lakhs, as a NIDHI company is not permitted to issue preference shares to its members. Number 6. Accepting deposits and lending money to members for their mutual objective as its sole objective. Now that all the conditions for the formation of a NIDHI company is known to you, the next essential step is to register it. So let us now begin our discussion on the process of registering NIDHI company in India. Process of registering NIDHI company in India. The entire process of NIDHI company registration can be completed in 6 single steps. Number 1. Documentation. 2. Obtaining DSC. 3. Name selection and approval. 4. Filing of Spice Plus application. And 5. Issuance of Certificate of Incorporation and SIN. Starting with number 1, that is documentation. There are certain legal documents that you must produce in their prescribed formats with the application for registration. These include the documents of the members, the registered office premises, and a few legal draftings. We have discussed the detailed list of every single one of these documents later in this video. Now, before you begin the process of filing the application, you must make sure that you have all the required documents in your possession, and if you don't, you must make arrangements for the missing documents as soon as possible. This is because inadequate or incorrect documentation can hamper the chances of your company getting registered. Moving on. Once you are sure that you have all the documents in the prescribed format and up to date, you can proceed to the next step, which is obtaining the digital signature certificate of all the members. Number 2. Obtaining DSC. Since the application for registration is entirely online, it is digitally uploaded and digitally certified along with other relevant documents using digital signature certificates. So, acquiring DSCs for all the members become the second most important prerequisite that needs to be fulfilled before beginning the process of application. If you want to know how to acquire a DSC, you can watch our video linked in the description box. Number 3. Name selection and approval. A NIDHI company must follow the same legal guidelines for name selection as that of a public limited company. The only difference is that while the name of a public limited company ends as limited, the name of a NIDHI company ends as NIDHI Limited. A legally valid name must be chosen according to the guidelines mentioned in laws like the Companies Act, the Trademark Act, and the Names and Emblems Act. Precisely, the name must not be identical or similar to the name of an existing company, LLP, an applied or a registered trademark. Also, it must not contain words that show patronage of the government. You can read our blog or watch our detailed video on the naming guidelines. The links are given in the description box. So, if you still struggle to select the name, you can submit a name search request to us and propose as many as 5 different names of your choice. We will prepare a detailed search and feasibility analysis report of all the names and suggest which ones are valid and available for your use. The link of the request form is given in the description box. Number 4. Filing of Spice Plus application. After selecting the name, you are required to fill out the online application for NIDHI Company registration available on the official website of MCA. The application is divided into 2 parts. Part A, for reserving the selected or proposed name of the company with the registrar of the Central Registration Center, and Part B, for the incorporation or registration of the company. The application is signed by the authorized signatory of the company using his digital signature certificate, and submitted to the ROC after the payment of the prescribed application fee. Number 5. Issuance of Certificate of Incorporation and SIN. The ROC, after receiving the application for incorporation, verifies all its details and documents. Only after they are satisfied with the authenticity of the application, they shall register the NIDHI Limited Company and issue a certificate of incorporation as a conclusive proof of such registration. Also, they will allot a unique corporate identification number or SIN to the company. With this, we come to the end of the process of NIDHI Company registration, but we are yet to discuss the list of documents that are required to be filed during registration. The documents, as I mentioned earlier in this video, can be categorized into the documents of the members, the registered office premises, and a few legal draftings. Regarding the documents of the members, you will need their number 1. Passport size colored photographs, number 2. Self-attested copies of PAN card, 3. Identity proofs, and 4. Address proofs. As identity proof, any one among voter ID, driving license, Aadhaar, and passport can be submitted, but if the promoter is a foreigner, submitting passport will be mandatory. As address proof, the promoters can submit any one among electricity bill, water bill, telephone bill, and bank statement, not older than 2 months and containing the name of the promoter. So next we move to the documents of the registered office premises, regarding which you need to submit number 1. A proof of address containing the name of the company, and number 2. A no objection certificate from the owner of the office premises. Finally, among legal draftings of the company, you are required to submit number 1. A memorandum of association containing the sole object of the company as accepting deposits and lending money to its members for their mutual benefits. Number 2. Articles of association containing the internal rules and regulation of the company. 3. Consent of directors in Form Director 2 and Directors Declaration in Form INC 9. Number 4. Signed subscriber sheet. If you are seeking professional assistance in drafting this document, get in touch with us immediately. You can find the link in the description box. NIDHI Company License. Within 1 year after NIDHI Company registration, it must file an application for obtaining the NIDHI Company license, provided it has number 1. At least 200 members within 1 year from the date of incorporation. 2. A minimum net owned funds of rupees 10 lakhs. 3. And unencumbered term deposits of at least 10% of the outstanding deposits. And 4. Net owned funds to deposit ratio less than 1:20. The application must be filed in Form NDH4 to the central government within 4 months from the date of incorporation of the NIDHI Limited Company, or within such extended period as permitted by the regional director. The government shall grant the NIDHI Company license after verifying the accuracy and authenticity of the application and notify the same in the official gazette. So this is it for this video. If you are interested to learn more, you can check out our websites. The links are in the description box. You can also reach us by calling us at 9899-600-605 or via WhatsApp. You can find the link in the description box. And if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like it, share it, and you can leave your comments down below. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. Thank you for watching and check out our other videos as well.